Hi, welcome back to the light. In today's lesson, we are going to continue our deep dive into the icons, and we are going to look at color coding, which further allows you to enhance the layout and presentation of your chart. Where do we access this? We go to our usual place of the red screwdriver and blue wrench, click on it, and you will see our familiar table pops up. If you click on colors, this brings you to the user preference window where the fourth tab to the left is color coding. And this is where you can further enhance your settings. The other place you can access this is going to options and clicking on the fourth dropdown, which is color coding, and you will see the same pop-up window. Let's do a deeper dive into these sections. There's three main sections here: planet color, custom colors, and use color in. Let's start with use color in, and you'll see there are 9 checkboxes. These are all the options for worksheets, tables, and charts where you can customize the colors. If you do not want them customized and you would like more of a global setting, you're free to uncheck any of these. For the purpose of this lesson, we're going to leave all of these checked. That one was pretty quick and easy. And now we're going to move to planet color. If we scroll down this section, you will see all of the planets, special points that we saw in the chart tab, and then the outer planets, which we also saw in the chart tab. And here you can customize every planet to whatever color you would like. The first planet we're going to start with is the Lagna. I want to show you what it looks like right now, where you can see all of the planets are in black font. And right here is what we're going to focus on. We're going to go back to our options color coding, click on Lagna, and click on screen color. I did want to point out on a Mac, there's a few ways you can customize your colors. You can go with the color wheel for a painter's palette type of feeling, the spectrum for a full rainbow swipe, the Apple swatches for quick pre-made colors, and the RGB sliders if you want to dial in on an exact shade. Just pick your favorite method, hit OK, and your chart will instantly reflect your new color choice. Here on the PC, we have one option that works just fine. As you can see, we have a color grid as well as basic colors to the left. If we would like a precise color, what we can do is click Pick Screen Color and then just move your cursor around to pick whatever specific color you want. And then you can select Add to Custom Colors and you will see it popped up right here. We're going to use this color for the Lagna, which is the rising sign. Click OK. Click OK again, and you will see this change from the black font to red. I can also show you what this looks like on the North Indian style. And you will see here, it changed to the red font. Let's do another planet so you can see how this looks like. Let's look at the sun, and let's change this to a bright orange. And I'm going to pick a color from the basic color. You can choose to add this to your custom colors so you remember the colors you picked, or you have the option to not do that. I'm going to click on OK, OK again, and you will see the sun change to the orange color. And let's just do one more. Let's click on Mercury, and let's change this to a bright green. Click OK, and you will see Mercury change to a bright green. I also want to point this out. On the divisional charts, you'll see the Lagna, or the rising sign, Mercury and the sun have changed colors. You'll see in the Vimshotri Dasha that Mercury also changed colors in both the Mahadasha and any sub-dashas. We also see in the tables they change colors. And let's look at another worksheet to see how this manifests. You can see in this worksheet, we have different Lagnas, and the ascendant, Mercury, and the sun have changed colors to reflect what we just selected. You have the option here under planet color for every single planet to change the color to whatever color you would like. That will help you with your reading. You may be wondering why you would want to change the color in the first place, and this is really just a personal choice that may help you have a quick glance to interpret the chart. Now we're going to move to the third section, which is custom colors. And this is a little bit more detailed. I'm going to do these in groups just so it makes a little bit more sense. And the first group we're going to take is inner and outer lotus. Here we have the North Indian chart with one of the chart borders that we went over in the previous lesson. And this is the lotus border. The inner lotus is the red and the outer lotus is the pink. Let's change this so you can see what happens if we pick another color. Where it says inner lotus, I'm going to click on change color. And let's just make this a blue. And outer lotus, let's change this to a turquoise color. Click OK. OK again. And you can see the inner lotus change to a brighter blue and the outer lotus, which looks like the smaller peaks, change to that turquoise blue. The next is inner lines and outer lines around the title. What is this section? This is the curved rectangular border that you see around the chart titles like birth chart, Navamsha, Vimshotri, Shadbala, and the two birth chart tables below the main Rasi. Right now, I've set it to black, and we are going to change this. I'm going to change the inner line title from black to red. Click OK, and you can see how this changed from the black curved rectangular frame to a red one. I'm going to add the outer line titles and make this a fluorescent green. And as you can see, this is a little bit harder to see, and it's almost like they are overlapping one another. To make this prominent, I'm going to change the inner line to white, and now you can see the faint green line. Let's change this, since it's pretty faint, to something a little bit more bolder, like the purple. And now you can see it a little bit more defined. What we can do is make both the inner and outer line the same color. Let's go back, change our inner line from white to that purple. So now both the inner and the outer line are purple. Click OK. And you can see the line is a little bit heavier and more intense. So this is just an option that you can play with. The next one I'd like to go over is frame color. You will see frame color is listed twice in custom colors. First up here, and then towards the bottom right here. We're going to focus on the first one, and I'm going to show you where this is before we change the color. We're going to take a look at the graphical ephemeris, and we'll notice the font right here and in this column is white. This pertains to specific dates. And we're also going to look at the dasha and transit timelines. And you see here, we have the months in white font. Now we're going to change this to a bright fluorescent green. And you can see the font changed here. And it also changed here and here. That's an example where the first frame color change comes in. It's not pervasive to every table, it's only on specific tables. The male and female colors appear to be linked to legacy tables in previous versions of Parashara's Light, and I didn't see any impact in this version of Parashara's Light. We are going to move to neutral, positive, and negative colors. These colors are all about helping you see chart strengths and weaknesses at a glance. Positive colors highlight placements or aspects that are considered strong or favorable in the chart. You can think of them as a green light that shows you beneficial planetary influences, good yogas, or harmonious aspects. Negative colors do exactly the opposite. You can think of them almost as a red flag, kind of showing you the challenges or less favorable placements in a chart. This can show you a planet that's maybe in debilitation, a difficult aspect, or an affliction. Neutral colors are just that, neither good or bad, just informational. And remember, the positive, negative, or neutral are specific to the table that you're looking at, and they can represent strong, weak, or average planetary strengths, or also indicate challenging or beneficial dashas. Here's an example where we can use this. The Shadbala table on the bottom right is currently all in black. I'm going to change the colors here to show you what this looks like when we flag them with different colors. For neutral color, I'm going to pick a gray. Click OK. For positive, I'm going to change this to a green. Click OK. And then negative, I'm going to change this to red. Click OK. And you can see how this impacted the Shadbala table below. Mars, Jupiter, Venus, and Saturn are the planets that have the potential to have a positive impact. And the Sun and Mercury are more in the red, which gives us a quick idea that these planets could be more harmful to the chart. Again, this is just a quick glance. There's always a deeper dive to do. I've also created another worksheet called Test. And you can see here, I've added other graphs to show you where the red and the green can show up. Let's look at another table. We'll go to Aspects on Planets, and you can see here where the red and the green come into play. If we look at this first table that says Aspects between planets, it will highlight both the positive and challenging aspects between the planets in the red and the green font. And if you look at aspects on the logna, you'll also see a chart that has the majority of green, indicating that these planets have a positive impact on the logna. Now, this is only the logna, so we have all the other planets that we can go through as well. Next, we're going to look at chart title. What is this? This refers to the title that's inside of the curved rectangular frame. This is birth chart, Navamsha, Vimshotri, Shadbala, and then the two birth chart titles below the main Rasi. What we're going to do here is go back to color coding, click on chart title color, and let's change this to red. And you will see the titles in those sections all change to red font. Let's look at another worksheet, and you can see the same thing happened here. All of the titles changed to red font. Let's look at another worksheet, and you can see here the same thing. The titles are all in red font. Next, we're going to go to the second frame color. And if you're wondering what this is, let me show you. This frame color setting changes the inner boundary lines of your chart, the walls that divide the houses inside the diagram. We are referring to these specific lines that I'm pointing with the arrow and highlighting. This means the lines inside of your chart that separate each house. We're going to go back to color coding, back to that second frame color, and we're going to change this to another bright color. And the reason I'm picking bright colors is so you can see quickly the visual impact of the change. Let's pick this blue, click OK, click OK again, and you can see the lines inside the chart change to blue. Let's see what this looks like on the South Indian chart, and you can see the lines change to blue here. Next is planet color. Well, you will notice the planet color is also at the very top section. What's the difference? The top section allows us to customize each planet, and the bottom section where it says planet color is more of a global setting. If you have customized every planet to its unique color, that will override this planet color setting. Even if you try changing this, it will not override what you have set for each specific planet. Just keep that in mind. Next, we're going to go over sign color, which is the actual font color for each of the signs in the houses. We're going to go back to color coding, click on sign color. Let's click on the reds, click OK, and you can see that it popped with red. And now I'll show you what this looks like on the South Indian chart. And you can see the sign has changed to a red font color. House number color seems to be another legacy setting. When I played with this in both the North and South Indian charts, I didn't see any impact. We can safely skip this for now. And the last one, table colors. This refers to the font on the tables. Let's go ahead and change this, and let's continue with a bright color. And you can see the font on this table where it says Vimshotri changed to a purple color. Let's see where this is impacted in other worksheets. If we click on charts and click on Dashas, Nakshatra base, we will see that the purple font takes place in all of the tables here. If we also look at the calendar dropdown, you will see the purple font here as well. And that's a wrap with color coding. There you have it. Color coding made crystal clear so your charts are not just accurate, but beautiful too. I know that was a lot of information to download, so take your time, listen to the lesson as many times as you need it, and you'll be a pro in bringing your charts to life with color. Thanks, and I'll see you in the next video, and keep shining your light.